I never shy away from that, and I never shy away from a chance to thank, our fellow countrymen.
26 years old, the Philippines has been waiting for a woman to win a gold medal and stand atop the tennis podium at the Southeast Asian Games for so long. Alex Eala wasn't even born when it last occurred. However, all changed on December 16, 2025, at the National Tennis Development Center in Nonthaburi, Thailand. The 20-year-old tennis phenom is just one match away from creating history after destroying Thailand's home in the semifinals. This isn't your typical tennis match. The goal is to put an end to a drought that has lasted for more than 20 years. About a breakthrough moment that could shape Philippine tennis for years to come, and about a young athlete bearing the burden of national expectations. Alex Eala was one of the flag bearers for the Southeast Asian Games in 2025. Philippines, due to her unwavering commitment and top-notch results throughout 2025, she was also the highest-ranked player in the whole competition at world number 52. However, there remained one obvious omission in her stellar international record. She has never taken home a gold medal from Came. Eala won 3 bronze medals in the women's singles, mixed doubles and team events on her debut at the 2022 Vietnam Games. Not what she came for, but respectable nonetheless. It was not the same this year. She was prepared to make her breakthrough this year. Thanks to her top seat, the trip to the gold medal match started with a first-round bye. On December 15th, she faced Xiaomi Liang of Malaysia in the quarterfinals, which was her first serious test. A not only prevailed, but she also ruled. She trailed 1-3 in the first set due to a poor start, but she eventually found her flow and won 5 straight games to win the first set 6-3. She easily won the second set 6-1, earning herself a bronze medal at the very least and her place in the semifinals. However, Eala wasn't happy with bronze. She had more ambitious objectives. Things were heated during the December 16th semifinal match. Eala's opponent was Thasaporn Naklo of Thailand, a former Iowa State Cyclones player who had already upset Eala's junior doubles teammate, Priska Nugro of Indonesia, in the first round. The 24-year-old Thai athlete was playing in front of her home audience despite being rated 509th in the world. There was going to be a fight. Eala demonstrated why she is regarded as one of the most gifted young players in the world of tennis straight from the first serve. Before Nalo could even get on the board, she dominated the first 3 games of the match. With each point, the Filipino audience that had come to cheer her on erupted. There was a brief break when Nulo eventually won the 4th game. Eala won the first set 6-1 after sweeping the next 3 games. With strong ground strokes and forceful net approaches that left her opponent reeling, she was in total control of the game. However, the second set presented an alternative narrative. Naklo launched herself into action, making the most of her service game. She took a 2-0 lead after winning the opening 2 games, and all of a sudden the game felt different. The Thai audience saw a chance and came together to support their player. This was the turning point in Eala's championship mindset. Eala did not panic. Instead, she remained calm. In the 3rd game, she battled back to win and reduced the score to 1-2. A furious back-and-forth struggle broke out on this set. Eala retaliated after Naklo made it 2-0. There was a noticeable sense of tension in the stadium when the score was deadlocked at 3-3 after an exchange of service breaks. Each and every point was important. Momentum could change in any game. Champions are created here. Eala dug hard when the set was tied at 3 games apiece. She held serve in the 8th game to increase her advantage to 5-3 after converting a vital break to move ahead 4-3. The finals were just 1 game away from her. Naklo was not done, just 1 game away from a chance to win gold. After a tremendous comeback, the Thai player forced Ia to serve for the match at 5-4 by holding service. There was a great deal of pressure. A significant portion of the Filipino audience stood up and encouraged their champion to go forward. In that last game, Eala used a tremendous swing to take a 40-5 lead. Point of match. No put up a strong fight, but the Filipino won due to an attack error. 61-64 is the final score. For the first time in her career in the SEA Games, Alex Eala was going to the gold medal match. Denise Dai, the head coach of the Philippine women's tennis team and a 2-time Came gold medalist, expressed admiration for the performance following the game. She complimented me on how I managed the pressure of center court and mentioned that Nakla was a very seasoned player. The Thai player put up a fierce fight, particularly in the second set. However, Eala's ability to react and end the game when it mattered most was what made her outstanding. Eala's previous best finish in the SEA Games was already surpassed by her triumph, which ensured her at least a silver medal. Silver, however, was never the aim. The gold medal match, which is set for Thursday, December 18th, is more than just a trophy. If Alex Eala prevails, she will be the first Filipina to win gold at the Southeast Asian Games women's singles since Mara Cris Fernandez did it in 1999. That was 26 years prior to Eala's birth. Eala would actually be the first female player to win this title in the 21st century, and only the third in Philippine history. That history has great weight. Manangkia Sangkeo of Thailand, ranked 240th in the world, was her final opponent. After losing the first set 6-4, Indonesia's Janice Tien, ranked 54th in the world, had to withdraw from their semi-final match due to respiratory issues, which allowed Sangkeo to continue to the final. Eala and Taijin, the two top-ranked WTA players in the competition at numbers 53 and 54, respectively, will not face off in the eagerly awaited match. Rather, Eala will go on a different Thai opponent, and the home audience will be rooting for Saw Caillou. The Chun and Eala seasons are remarkably similar. Both have had outstanding campaigns in 2025. Eala became the first Filipina to ever reach the WTA Top 50 rankings. In Guadalajara, Mexico, she won her maiden WTA Circuit Championship. At the US Open, she defeated Denmark's Clara Tolson, who was ranked 15th in the world at the time, to make her Grand Slam main draw debut, and became the first Filipino to win a main draw match at any Grand Slam. At the Chennai Open in October, Tien won her maiden WTA Tour Championship. On the international scene, both are growing stars. However, the SEA Game holds special significance for Eala. In addition to establishing her legacy in Southeast Asian tennis history, this is about regional dominance and national pride. A victory on December 18th would complete the young Filipina's already remarkable year. It's important to remember that Eala's pursuit of gold extends beyond singles. As a member of the third-place Philippine women's team, she has already won one bronze medal. Despite being on the roster, she did not participate in the team event that included Steffi Aludo, Cher Rivera, Alexa, and Danielle Mattis. However, she soon turned her attention to the individual contests where she could really flourish. Eala and France's Casey Nino Alcantara are also competing in mixed doubles. The pair has performed admirably, defeating Wu and Daniel Abdia of Singapore 64-63 to move on to the semifinals. On December 17th, they faced Alila Sukiati and Christopher Benjamin Runit of Indonesia in their semi-final round, promising themselves at least another bronze medal. Eala might be able to contend for 3 medals at these games if they prevail. Even still, her main objective is still the solitary gold. Prior to Eala, Clarice Patrimonio was the last Filipina to advance to the SEA Game women's singles final before losing to Luxa Kum of Thailand in 2017. That equates to 8 years of waiting for another opportunity to win gold. You have to travel back to 1999 and Maric Fernandez before that. Finding a Filipino champion was Jens's victory.